General Linda Singh is no stranger to challenges. As leader of the Maryland National Guard, it's her job to stay sharp in the toughest situations, including the Freddie Gray riots back in April. This morning, one of the most powerful women in Maryland opens up to Marcus Washington, revealing what was going through her mind during the riots and how she got where she is today.
In April, rioting in the streets of Baltimore. A violent response to the death of Freddie Gray, who dies in police custody. Unrest so intense, the Maryland National Guard is deployed to restore peace. Leading the charge, Major General Linda Singh on the job just over 2 months.
I'm asking you to be patient, protest peacefully.
When you first got word that the National Guard was going to be called to help, how do you put your mind in motion to orchestrate everything that has to be done?
It's something that we practice. I mean, we have plans and procedures that allow us to really grab that information and say, okay, we've got to run the playbook. And that's really what we did.
Would you change anything?
I wouldn't change anything because I think that the team that I had in place did a marvelous job.
Singh, one of the most powerful women in Maryland, gets national attention for keeping the peace in Baltimore. Now married with 2 daughters, she's come a long way from the young girl growing up in Frederick County.
I had a very humble upbringing, but yet a very challenging one. I left home at age 16 and lived on my own, and so I ended up quitting school because I needed to support myself.
At a time were you homeless?
I was homeless. I mean, you might as well say yes, because I didn't have a place to stay. My clothes kind of stayed in trash bags, and I just kind of toted them from place to place.
And you also, from what I understand, you've dealt with abuse as a child.
I did, and having been, sexually molested, that to me was, I think that was what pushed me over the edge. That's what caused the whole situation of me not being able to stay at home.
What was the strength that kept you going?
I tried to really pretend as if nothing was wrong. No one really knew what I was going through at that point in time.
Through all those challenges, you stayed focused?
Through all those challenges, I stayed very focused. And I did the best that I could.
At the age of 17, Singh joins the National Guard. It changes the course of her life. She earns her master's degree and rises through the ranks.
How does it feel to make history, the first African American and the first female general for the Maryland National Guard?
It's pretty cool. Right? I mean, I would have never, ever thought that I would be here. But now that I am, I know that, God's given me a mission. And I'm not sure about anybody else, but I know what my mission is. And I'm going to do it proudly.
Marcus, she is just so impressive, everything she's been through.
Yeah, when you think about, being homeless, being abused as a child, starting a family early, she's really overcome a lot of obstacles. And it really shows people, and I think that's what she really wants to translate to people, that it's never too late to try to do your best, to be your best, and really give back to your community.
You can still reach your dreams no matter what challenges you have to
Exactly.
overcome.
And she was stern about that. I think she doesn't per se go around each day trying to exude that, but what she does is just live her life, and her life is the example for anyone who's watching. And a lot of people were watching her during the time of the riots and unrest here in Baltimore.
I mean, to come in during the unrest in April and to take control, that was a huge challenge for her. What a huge role she played.
A huge role, and she hadn't been in that position long at all. Recently appointed to that position, so it was a challenge for her. But she says they planned for situations similar to this. They never hoped that something like this would happen, but they planned for situations like this, and they were ready to do that. And what they wanted to come in and just get calm and throughout the city and get everyone on somewhat one accord, just to keep the city safe and protect people who live here.
Well, she is such a strong woman and so inspirational. So thank you so much for sharing her story with us.
Thank her.
Thank her, absolutely. We'll be right back with more news, weather, and traffic after this. It's WJZ.